Hi, I'm Doug Lyons from Oceanic Capital Management, and welcome to another edition of Flash Facts. Today we're going to be talking about ESG investing. What is ESG investing? ESG is environmental, social, and governance focused investing. It can range a number of different topics. With ESG investing, what you want to do is invest in companies that do some of these things, or you may want to avoid investing in certain companies that don't do some of these things. As an example, you may want to invest in a company that promotes energy efficiency or promotes gender diversity or has executive compensation that is in line with industry standards. Or you may want to avoid companies that pollute the air or water, have data protection and privacy issues, or make political contributions to entities that just don't match up with your values. ESG is really about moral value versus economic value. I love this slide. It shows the two extremes. But let's look at an investor that perhaps had a parent die from lung cancer. That investor or a healthcare investment fund may never want to invest in a tobacco company stock because morally it just doesn't fit in with their criteria. On the other end of the spectrum, there may be investors that look at the tobacco industry or particular companies in that industry and see tremendous value and look at the dividends they pay, which can be upwards of 6 to 8%. So those are two extremes. Most ESG investing falls somewhere in between where values match up with economic value. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of ESG investing. The first pro, you get to vote your conscience. You get to put your money where your mouth is. You also get to avoid certain types of risk. Everybody remembers Enron and the debacle where it went under. It had accounting irregularities that were known before it went under. If you avoided that because of those accounting irregularities, you would have saved yourself a lot of money. You get to invest in a cause that's near and dear to your heart. Another pro is potentially higher returns. And you get to invest in innovation. A lot of people have invested in Tesla because they believe in the electric car industry and the battery industry, and they've been rewarded for that. Some of the cons. There's limited ESG information that's put out by companies. So you really have to do a lot of research and dig, and even then you may not find the information you're looking for. Therefore, there's limited investment options in ESG because you just don't have the information available. You may avoid certain industries because of your decisions, and industries go in and out of favor, so you may avoid a particular industry that may be the hot industry and suffer in your portfolio. Overlapping values. Some people may avoid the oil and gas industry, but some of the big oil and gas companies are investing heavily in solar, wind, and other alternative sources of energy. So you may throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. And then the definition of ESG can vary from investor to investor, so it's hard to really define what ESG is. And then ESG, finally, it's really hard to value. You may find a company you like, but how do you actually measure that ESG component as a portion of that company's value? So if you'd like to learn more about ESG investing, please feel free to call us here at Oceanic capital management. We'd love to talk to you about it. We believe in ESG investing. We believe that investing in values is important. We also believe that investing in economic value is also important. So please give us a call, and we appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. Take care.